Here's another hot take. That win, more upset than what Appalachian State beat Michigan.
Ooh.
Bigger upset. Here's my argument. Get ready and buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this is about to be our little wild ride.
Let's do it. This might be a clip.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% right, because there's arguments to be made on all sides of the deal. Appalachian State had high success at the FCS level. For many, many years, they had high success at the FCS level. If my memory holds, I can't remember if it was the year before or 2 years prior when Appalachian State beat Michigan, they actually won the FCS playoffs. They actually won it. They were always up there at the top, kind of like how North Dakota State and South Dakota State are now. And we're seeing that they're actually seeing some pretty good success. Up until this year, Appalachian State has done fairly well since joining the FBS level. Yes, I know they're in the Sun Belt, but they're one of the teams who's made the Sun Belt Conference actually really, really good.
Yep.
Vanderbilt's been at the bottom of the SEC for years. The only reason they're the SEC is because they're baseball and their academics. That's it. That's all they're really in the SEC for. They shouldn't even be in the SEC. If there's any school in the SEC right now that shouldn't be in there, is definitely Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt should be an FCS program at best. They've always just been that bad. It is a well-known. They are below 500. Historically, they are below 500 when it comes to football. And it's pretty bad. I think it's like 550 and like 7 something. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but they are historically bad at football. With nothing going on. You are coming off a Nick Saban era, a dominant Nick Saban era. They're ranked number 1 in the country, and you lose to a team who not only yes, I know they went to Missouri. I know they went to Missouri, and they took Missouri to overtime. Should have won that game, but that's neither here nor there. But this is also a team who just lost to Georgia State as well, and it was at Georgia State, a team they should not have lost to. So in my mind, when I look at this, with the lack of success that Vanderbilt had at the FBS, to me, this is the greatest upset Division I football history. I don't want to hear about Howard over UCLA. I want to hear about who was it that beat UNLV several years ago. That was really terrible. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. I don't want to hear about any of that. When it comes to big time programs, Alabama is one of the most elite programs, and I understand Michigan was at the time too, but Michigan was also on a little downfall at that time as well. They weren't at their peak. Alabama's been at their peak for years. They lose to a team like Vanderbilt. To me, this is the greatest upset in the history of college football.
Man, I don't know. When you make an argument like that, I kind of want to jump on the bandwagon with you.
SEC for sure.
Oh yeah,
SEC for sure.
Yeah, just in terms of SEC play alone, absolutely.
People can make an argument against me, and I will probably agree to disagree. In my mind, you look at the state of Alabama versus Nashville. Y'all realize? I'm telling y'all, Nashville Stadium only holds like 45,000, I think, at most.
Yeah, they also have cranes holding up the scoreboard. Or at least last year they did. That's probably fixed now.
There's a reason why Nick Saban said what he said, because he's absolutely right. They do not have much of a fan base. Their fan base is kind of like me. They have no expectations. A lot of them don't go to games. They go to games for other teams. My understanding, there were more Alabama fans there than were Vanderbilt fans.
That is 1,000,000% correct, because one of my coworkers, he's based in the Nashville area, and he's a diehard Bama fan.
I will agree with you, but only because of this reason. Appalachian State, I could be wrong. They either won because they hit a last-second field goal, or they won because Michigan missed a last-second field goal. I forget which one it was.
It got blocked.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, blocked and returned. Right. Blocked and returned.
Yep, blocked and returned for a touchdown.
I think.
No, it got returned, but I think Appalachian State had the lead.
Yeah, I think it does pass that, because let's be honest, that was more than a 5-point win. Like, Alabama scored. There was 5 minutes left in the clock, left in the game when they got the ball back, down 2 scores. I think it was like 27-40 or something like that. And Alabama went down there and scored in like a minute and a half and got a 2-point conversion to make it 35. So technically, 5 minutes left in that game. Vanderbilt was up. What 13? Yeah, 13 points, 2 scores. Like they had that game in hand going into the fourth quarter. That's the only reason why I would agree with you.
I think it's a fair argument, honestly. When you tee it up that way, I think it's a legitimate conversation to have. I know everyone likes to, fantasize about and romanticize, the Appalachian State Michigan game because it was like, FCS program over a high ranking historical FBS program. But hey, man, facts are facts, baby. I think the facts are speaking right here that this could be the greatest upset in college football history.
And also, by the way this Vanderbilt's team playing, this will not be the only one they get this year.
Ooh.
They may only win one more game, but I think that next one win or whatever they get is going to be another upset.
Oh, okay. All right. We're calling that. I think Vanderbilt's got a legitimate shot to make like a bowl game and stuff. I think this is a good team. They got a lot of fight. They're very competitive, as we saw.
The only game they have left that I'll call a lock on is Ball State. And that's because Ball State is just one of the worst teams in the FBS. They're horrible.
Terrible.
They play Kent State this week. I think they play Kent State this week, which I think I put on for my terrible game of the week. I can't remember, but those are by far the two worst programs like right now currently in college football. But they still have to play Auburn. They still have to play Texas. They still have to play Tennessee. It's going to be tough. Like it's going to be extremely tough for them to make a bowl game.
Yeah, no, that game this weekend is bad. That is a bad one.
I'm not going to lie to you. I will be 100,000,000% cheering for Vanderbilt because I know Auburn's going to win 9 out of 9 times. But guess what? When Vanderbilt plays them, it's going to be that 1 out of 10 that Vanderbilt's going to get them.
That's what I'm talking about. Come to the Vanderbilt side, Shane. It's great.
Just come over there and just relax and have
And
a
it's
great
not
time.
even, well, I'm not even going to be cheering for them because it's Vanderbilt. It's that I hate Hugh Freeze and Auburn that fucking much. I hope Auburn doesn't win another game for the rest of the year.
No,
care.
Ricky's going to sway you over. You're going to be a Vandy fan before the year's done.
That won't happen.
Yeah, he's going to
Go
sway you.
Commodores.
I'm a Pavia fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Pavia fan. But
You know what,
that's as far as I go.
Ricky? I still don't have an SEC team. I'm going to ride with you, buddy. Let's do it. Go Vandy, baby. I still don't have an SEC team. I don't give a shit about the SEC. Give me Vandy.
I'll be rocking the jersey whenever it comes in.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, man. Historic upset, man. Shout out, dude.